everybody, it's a shop along and a haul, so stay tuned because I found some really cool things at the flea market. I was freezing, but I had the whole place basically to myself.
Today's shopping trip was at the Southern Kentucky Flea Market. It is in Guthrie, Kentucky, and it is a great place to find anything you could be looking for. And if you want to go when there's nobody in there, go when it's 30-something degrees outside and the heat is not on inside. They do have heat, they just didn't have it on at the time. They did turn it on before we left. But I love a flea market because not only can you find vintage treasures, but there's clothes, there's toys, there might even be perhaps paint. Would you like some paint? And I think that is what makes it so much fun because there's so much stuff to look at. So in my opinion, if you want to go to a flea market, you're going to end up finding all kinds of treasures. Perhaps you need a wedding dress. What better place to go than the flea market? And then this little gem I love, for $30, you can get someone the greatest gift ever of a Paris Hilton clock. I mean, who doesn't want that? Once again, I found these little miniatures. Now, these are just little teapots. I thought these were so cute. I don't know how old they are. And Hannah, if you're watching, my good friend from Hannah's Heirlooms, so if you don't watch her channel, go watch her. She does a lot of jewelry, but she also sells other items. And ever since on one of her lives, she showed some little miniatures that were not like these. They actually had little dishes with them. I have always thought of her when I see something like this. These are so cute. So these made me think of you, Hannah. This is a little Napco teapot, and I love the color on that and the little rooster. They were only asking like $12.95, which I don't think is a bad deal for that, but it did have a little boo-boo on the spout there. This booth always has the most beautiful embroidery linens. They have pillowcases and scarves, like dresser scarves, and so I really like going through those. Instantly my eye went to this really pretty vase. This is very old, but I really like that ruffle around the top. It's like opalescent and it has a little bit of pink on it, but I really couldn't find anything about it. I don't know how desirable it is. This booth was 50% off, and for some reason I was so enamored by this big mannequin thing that they had their jewelry hanging on. I know it wasn't old, but it was like, you know, like a woman's body, but it was like a sequin dress. I'm not sure. I would never be able to use that. I don't think I would use that, but I didn't really want to sell it, but I just thought it was so cool. I just kept looking at it. The other cool thing about a flea market is they'll have these boxes of random stuff in it ever so often where you can just kind of rifle through it, and things will be like $1 a piece or $1/4 a piece. But I always like to look in there and see if I find any treasure. I spotted these candlesticks, and of course I went over there because all this stuff was brass, but these were even more interesting because they had the middle that is like lucite or acrylic, which I think would look awesome with like a lucite candle in the top as well. So you will probably see these in my haul because I did pick these up. In one of my other videos, we had talked about how much do you charge for old photographs based probably on the size, but this booth had theirs priced at $5 for like a package of 20. So that's something that you can think about if you do sell those. I don't sell a lot of photographs. They had a lot of bagged up items like craft items and sewing items, which is always great to pick up because you can piece it out. This chair I thought was a really amazing. I don't want to really ship that, but that is not a bad price. I think it was $9 for that. This booth always has tons and tons of plates, and it's kind of hard and awkward to go through them because you do have to kind of like set them aside. You don't really want to break them, but I have found some good stuff in there when I've had time to really get in there and go through them, and they always have them marked really cheap, but you can find some good stuff. You just got to dig, which is the fun thing about a flea market. Like an old couple, like a doll, or even if it's like Kermit and Miss Piggy or anything like sitting together, my husband and I will always take a picture of it and we'll like text it to somebody and be like, this is Wayne and I out shopping today. I don't know why we do it. We do it every time we go.
Let's get into this haul. Love this plastic wall decor. I usually pick it up if it's in good shape. This one is Homeco and it's very colorful. You've probably seen this one quite a bit. I see it out quite a bit. If it's a really good price, like a real low price point, I will pick it up because people do still collect this and decorate with it, and it's in really good condition. I got this Tennessee glass. The state glasses sell pretty well for me. Every time I've picked one up, it usually sells. Now, I don't get all the states, but if it's like a pretty popular state, which I mean, what's a popular state? If you live in it, it's popular. I live in Tennessee. I did find some more brass candlesticks. I was excited to find this set because it already had like 6 pieces of the different sizes. It was a really, really good price. So I like this because it's already a set someone can go ahead and decorate with. A lot of people that I have, if they're just buy like 1 or 2 from me, it's because they're trying to make this. They're trying to get enough so they can have a little vignette like this. So I really like it that they were all together. And this little tray I just grabbed off my coffee table because I needed something to hold this up because I couldn't hold all 6 at one time. These were really cool along the lines of brass. These are brass and lucite. I was so excited to find these. Lucite is still very popular, and stick it with brass, which is also popular. Here you go again. You've got something that I think is going to be desirable. Have the acrylic middles, and then they have the brass on each end. And you know what would look really, really cool in these, in my opinion? The lucite candles. So if you could get a lucite candle, especially the clear ones with the gold flecks in it, how beautiful would that be in these? Cherubs sell well. These are the plastic resin ones. These are from Burwood and they were in really great shape. I like to get these. These do sell pretty well for me as well. I found this cross stitch, which I love, and I love when they're in the smaller sizes like this because it's just the perfect size for somebody to put it in just that special area. And this is the Home Sweet Home. And I don't know how well you can tell on camera, but the background is actually a really pretty green. So it's not white or off-white. It's just like this really light colored green fabric, and then a really great job on the cross stitch on that. And it shows a little bit of wear and a little bit of maybe water damage on the back, but nothing's gone through to the fabric. That's all that matters. For $1.50, I got 3 glasses, and they are vintage and they are very pretty and they're in good condition. So somebody might have this set. I like this design. However, I do find that pink glasses or turquoise or gold and white, things like that, usually sell faster for me than these, even like orange and butterflies and that kind of design. So this is just a random design, but very feminine and pretty. And so I do think that they possibly could sell. This is just one of those things, if you get it for such a great price point, it's not going to hurt you to have as like a filler item in your store, because you never know if somebody's going to be looking for them. I found this little pedestal pink milk glass. I don't think this is the one that had a lid, because it does have the beads around it, the little hobnail type beads around it. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this dish had a lid. Oh, it's hard to tell on camera as well, but it's like that really soft baby pink, which I love. And this is one of those things that wouldn't hurt my feelings if it doesn't sell, because I could use it. But I got it for a really great price. In my opinion, milk glass goes up and down throughout the years in its desirability. It's sometimes very desirable to people if they have a collection, and sometimes it sits for a while in my store. If it is the light pink though, sometimes it does sell faster than the white, just because it is a little bit different and a little bit harder to find out in the wild. Apparently it was my day for plates, because there was a booth in the flea market that had all of these little plates that I love. The little wall plates that have a saying, and then they have the little string on the back where you can hang them on the wall. I sell these a lot. I just think they're so endearing. A lot of people don't like them, but if they're in good condition, I get them because I do sell them very often, depending on what they say. Now, I've sold this one before. It's the little apology. Come in, sit down, relax, converse. Our house doesn't always look like this. Sometimes it's even worse. So the funny little things like that, novelty, make great gifts, which is why I picked these up, because I do think it is a great gift. The booth that I was in had a big stack of these, and they were just getting rid of them, like less than $1. So I did pick up several of the ones that I thought would sell. This one, the Florida one, love the Florida ones. And what do we have? The little flamingos, which are super popular. It still has its little sticker on the back. This one was really pretty. This is the pink one. This is a mother and dad verse, which is always a good gift as well. Then I got this one, which I haven't had this one before, and I thought this was really cute. I just love these. They were, something about them reminds me of like my mom and my grandmother, but this one says, "Thank God for dirty dishes. They have a tale to tell. While others may go hungry, we're eating very well." And isn't that a great reminder? Like when you get frustrated cleaning up or whatever, just be thankful. You have a place to lay your head at night. You have a shelter. You know, we forget that, but you have shelter, you have food to eat. So yeah, being thankful, you can clean up those dishes, right? I wish I could keep that attitude when it's time to clean, but I'm gonna tell you guys, I hate to clean. But I am very grateful, and I feel blessed that I do have a house that I can, you know, lay down in at night. Now the next 3 plates are funny novelty plates, but they're not really wall plates. They don't have like little holes in the back. They're mostly like dessert plates, and this probably came in a set of 4, but all they had was 3. I got it for really cheap, and I thought they were funny. These are newer because they're Flintstrom, but they're made in China, so I know they're newer, but I like them because this one's like it's hard to be nostalgic when you can't remember anything. I love that, especially for us vintage sellers. And then this one's cute. I called the incontinence hotline. They asked, "Can you hold, please?" Do not talk to me about incontinence as a menopausal woman. We will not get on that subject. And this one I thought was cute. And I love the fact that it's a woman basically saying it about a man, because I have seen these reversed where it's like the man talking about the woman, but it's sometimes I wake up grumpy. Other times I just let him sleep, which I think is funny. Now this in my house would probably be the reverse, because it would be my husband letting me sleep, because he gets up like at the crack of dawn. And then this wonderful thing was an impulse buy, and I say that because we were getting ready to check out, and it was hanging at the register, like near the register. Oh, that rooster, it looks like Sirocco, and I was correct. It is a Sirocco rooster. But the problem is, that's all I did was see the Sirocco and then just stuck it up there and paid for it. And when I got home, I realized he's broke, which it doesn't show from the front, But the problem is it does seem like it may be cracked, like from the break. So because of the size of him, I'm not sure if I will sell this. I do have a lot of people I know that like roosters, so I may just give it to them for their decorating. I'm interested to know this. You guys will need to tell me, what is your criteria for things that if they're damaged? Because we sell vintage, I know myself, I've had to get better about realizing that not everything is going to be perfect. And so I have sold things, and you just have to make sure you put it in your description that something is broke or chipped or dirty or stained. And I have sold things like that. But there are certain things I don't feel good about selling and certain things I'm okay with. I really have found that people are more okay with things than I thought, especially if it doesn't show. But my fear would just be that if it is weak, that it would crack further in shipping, or that they wouldn't be able to enjoy it very long before it broke. So please tell me what you guys do if you're resellers, or even if you're buying vintage. You also can weigh in on this. Now, if something's like really rare and it had a chip in it, I know people still do buy that. But if it's not super rare and it's just vintage, I try to make sure it's in the best possible condition. So let me know, how much damage is it okay for you when you buy something for yourself, or if you're buying it for your store? What is it that you're just willing? What's your cutoff? Like, I'm not going to buy something if it's that damaged. My haul for today, which I think is a really good haul. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you so much. I hope your sales are up at this time of year. It's really exciting because people are selling a lot. And I hope it doesn't die down too much in January. Some people get Christmas money and they just continue to buy throughout January. But I know it'll go down a little bit, and that's okay. We all deserve a break too. You all need a little bit of rest and relaxation. I hope you are all getting ready for the holidays, however it is that you celebrate that. I always appreciate you so much, my Pink Truck pals. I am here to encourage you and support you. So if you ever need anything, send me a message. I just want you to know that I am here to support you. I'm the underdog. I'm the person that has had to work a little bit harder in life to get things. It doesn't come easy for me. And so I just want you to know that if that is you too, don't give up, keep going. You're doing great. If nobody's told you that today, you are doing great. And you do not need to worry about a thing, because you're going to be fine. And there's somebody out here that is rooting for you. I just want you to know that's the most important thing I hope you take away from my channel if you are here watching. If you haven't subscribed, I would love it if you would. And I will see you really soon in the next video. Bye for now.